guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy to see you here today. Thank you for watching. Today's project is something really exciting for me. I had this fantastic idea of making a Batgirl since my last video was all about making a cape for Batgirl. So with that being my inspiration, I figured we'd dive right in and start with part 1 of Noia. Okay, so here I have a Draculaura doll that I had already stripped down, gave some hair to, and actually sculpted on some ears. We're actually going to go ahead and remove these and move them up higher on her head. The only reason why her ears were this low to begin with was my original doll concept design had the ears on the side here, to which I had originally wanted to make this doll more of a harpy demon girl. I'm still going to follow quite a bit of the concept art for this original idea here, but I do make quite a few changes along the way. If you guys follow on my Instagram, I did post a photo of her newest rendition of her concept art and try to get a vote to see if anyone had a particular favorite of the coloring concepts that I was originally thinking of doing for her. I didn't see a whole lot of feedback, so I'm just going with what my friends and family had suggested, which was, of course, the very first design. The color palette was just really pretty, and I couldn't resist. I had done a lot of dolls with more black, dark color palettes, so I wanted to really spark things up with some pastels and, you know, things that make me happy, along with the angsty bat aesthetic, because who doesn't love a cute little bat here and there to spice life up? So what I'm doing here is I'm just cleaning up everything. I'm taking off her factory made ears so I have a more believable surface to cover with the hair, and when I go to use those ears I removed a bit ago, on the top it'll feel more like she is part bat. I'm sanding off the back end here for a smoother surface, and with that epoxy sculpt that I had there before, I was nervous about the hair plugs not going in for the rest of the reboot. So once she's all cleaned up, we'll go ahead and add some more hair to her. Okay, and once she is all cleaned up, I'm going to add the hair along with this cute little braid that I had originally made for her for the original concept. I'm going to go ahead and keep that in, even if it's not in my drawn concept art. I think it's going to look really, really cute. So here we go with a quick transition. Oh, transition. Here we go. That's gonna take me a while to get down, but here she is, all cute and dandy. We love it. Next is, of course, wrapping her gorgeous hair in a burrito and cleaning her up for her new face, which, if you haven't thought about it already, it's going to be the main part of this video, is just getting her face up done. There was a lot of gunk and crap on the side of her neck. I do believe I was trying to cover that previous epoxy with paint, and since I shaved and sanded all that off, now we're trying to deal with this yellow stain around her neck and her chin, as well as the little leftover paint bits that are still there. Going in and scrubbing with some pure acetone, and whoop, just like that, we're already working on the face. Okay, so if it's not already apparent, I'm very beginner when it comes to editing my videos, and I'm still working on learning where the best camera angle is, how to frame everything right, and just overall doing my very best to get the whole picture of what I'm doing. I can't tell you enough how easy folks like Delightful and Midnight Jewel make this look so easy. It's definitely been a learning curve, so if you're sticking around still watching, I appreciate you so much, and I'm very thankful that you are here. It wasn't until this point when I found a perfect spot to prop my camera so you can get a closer look as to what I'm doing when it comes to sketching out her face. And I can tell you right now, it does get even better when I figure out that my phone camera has a flashlight. So when we get to that part, it'll be even easier to see. I gotta tell you, it's really awkward to record these without any music. You'll probably be hearing music, but for me, I hear dead silence. Just the soft whirring of my computer and just watching the video go by. I'd like to add a note here that if any of you guys are debating starting your own channel, doing something like this, or maybe an alternate hobby that you enjoy, when everyone tells you to just start and do it, take their word for it and get on it as soon as possible. I kid you not when I say that it is really stressful, but it's only as stressful as you let it be. My family and my friends tell me to not let this become a stressful thing because it is supposed to be fun and lighthearted and a hobby. But I'm just so desperate to, share what I have and my skill set with anyone who is willing to watch. I put myself on this unbelievable schedule that almost has me dreading the next project, which totally isn't healthy, I'm aware, but I think what I'll do is I will maybe start posting only once a month instead of twice a month. I'd love to pick it up again where I can post 2 videos every month, but if it's not doable, it's not doable, And you gotta be realistic with yourself when starting a new hobby about your capabilities and what you can do in the time span you are given. Of course, you're always encouraged to make the most of it, and of course, I want to encourage that everyone make the most of their time spent. So here's where you can kind of see where I'm going off of my reference, my first reference for the original doll. I really loved these moon shapes on her forehead and her cheek. I felt like it gave her very unique texture. The color does change later on. Pencils are just really nice to get kind of that flat basic idea as to where I want everything to be and to sit. Get my shapes nice and firm, especially the expression. Does anyone else struggle with their characters' expressions? I feel like when I draw, it's almost always very neutral or very sad. Or too happy, like a creepy happy. Not a content happy, but stalker, I'm gonna kill you in your sleep happy. I really enjoy having the dolls. Their sculpted face kind of helps me see where the smile is supposed to be, and space out the eyes just right. Makes it a lot more realistic in a sense. I'm realizing that a lot of this I could have cut out, but it's kind of satisfying to watch it go down and have it progress and build on itself. When you hear that it's better to work with super sharp pencils, it is true. I'm here to confirm that the sharper your pencil, the better it'll work. If you are wondering, instead of using the kneaded eraser as an eraser, I'm using it more as a particle pickup. So if the pencil like snaps a little bit, or there's like some residue from shavings or whatnot that sprinkles on her face, the kneaded eraser works really well to kind of just pick it right up. I really enjoy using this Faber-Castell pencil eraser. I'm not quite sure. It's like an eraser that's wrapped in wood and you can sharpen it like a pencil, but it's not a pencil, it's an eraser. And it took me so long to figure out that I was a stupid eraser. But once I did find it out, it was sure helpful. There's a lot of times where I'm going to be out of frame, and I apologize. I do like to keep taking quick breaks to raise her up straight forward at the camera and make sure that she is as even as I'd like her to be. I did intentionally make her eyes just a little offset. I wanted it to look like she was super tired, but still cute. Like she knows she's cute, but she's also exhausted on the inside. Like this girl has not had enough coffee in the last 4 years. There we go. Now we have flash on. And see, just like I said, you could see a whole lot more of what I was trying to do, especially with around her nose. About here that I did small little touch-ups and then decided to give her one more spray of Mr. Super Clear and then get to doing some blushing. Now usually I would do blushing before I do all the pencil work, but I figured let's try something different and go in with blushing after I've done all my pencil work. Because the theory behind my madness is by having her face drawn and everything placed where it's supposed to be, I can better see where, say if she were to do her makeup in the morning, where she would put on her makeup that would suit her and her face. i.e., under her eyes especially. and on her lower cheekbones. I really wanted to sell that tired, sleepy look. Kind of went a little chaotic with it, I think. It definitely doesn't look as deep on camera as it does in person. And I figured while we're here, we'd give her some eyeshadow. I was so nervous about the eyeshadow. I didn't want to go in too heavy with the color choice I had made, just in case it didn't look good. So I went over it a few dozen times just to be absolutely certain it's what I wanted for her. Using that little kneaded eraser as well to help pick up small flyaway dust particles from the pastel chalk. It was also very clutch. I feel like doing that from now on might be my go-to. Just draw the face and blush after. Do you guys ever struggle with the eyelashes? I don't know what it is, but for some reason, well, I have a theory as to what it is. I feel like I'm too heavy-handed to capture those delicate, soft lashes that look fluffy and full. Heck, I can't even do my lashes in real life, so it makes kind of sense. Oh boy, here I go darker with the eyeshadow. This was a strike of confidence that I needed. It looks pretty scary on camera. I promise you it does look a lot better in person. The colors mesh a whole lot better under a neutral saturated light versus the very bright white light that you get from a phone camera. I go back and forth with blushing quite a lot. So my brilliant idea to help hide some of those stains, like towards the back of her head from the epoxy and paint that was there before, was to give her a very bright orange contour. I'm still uncertain if that works. Do let me know. But we're finally going in with the paint. We're gonna touch up all of my colors that are laid down with the pencil and pastels and see if we can't liven her up some more using that. Finding small enough brushes to do this job was terrifying and stressful, I'll tell you what. And like I said before, those very special markings weren't going to stay that dark blue the whole time. I definitely wanted to light them up from the start. That's just kind of what I had to do due to not having a mint green pencil, was to go with the best next shade, and that was this light blue. And for her lips and her hard edges, I definitely chose to continue with the light look and go in with this chocolatey brown. I had previously mixed this color myself for my nature doll project, the Nature Baby Dolls. If you haven't seen it, it's on my channel, obviously. Anyway, and I figured this is soft yet defined enough to where I could use it as an eyeliner. We're trying to avoid the black. We don't want a whole lot of black in this doll due to, like I said, using a ton of black for a couple dolls now. So I figure adding some nice brown in there will soften her up quite a bit. This is the original concept just for viewing again. I wanted to show how the colors lined up together and what the main end goal was going to be. I am very excited to get to the outfit portion of this doll. I feel like it's going to be lots of fun. Okay, sorry, I lied to you. I have been already working on the clothes. My intention was to get Noia completely done by the upload of this video. But you know how time is. It doesn't go the way you want it to all the time. So, for the sake of trying to maintain a nice uploading schedule, I figured I would go ahead and do another part 1, part 2, as I did with my Kayla doll video. Finally, we're bringing her pupils back to her soulless eyes. Thank God. A doll without pupils is never a bad thing, but sometimes it can get pretty uncomfortable, you know? And here I am. We're gonna try to avoid black, and what am I doing? I'm adding more black to her waterline. I think in this case it's acceptable because her lashes were starting to mold with her blush and her under eye bags. So I just wanted to bring those out a bit more, as well as her pupils. The light brown pupils were cute, but I didn't want them to blend into her eyeliner, now did I? She definitely looks tired and content. Maybe I'd say a bit confident despite her tiredness. What do you guys think? What expression does this say to you? Or I guess what kind of expression do you think this is? I don't know how to word. English is tough. I say that like it's my second language. English is my first language. I have no excuses. I'm just bad at talking all the time. And there we have it for part 1 of Noia. I so hope you enjoyed it. I know it was rather long for just a face-up video, but hey, if you did like it, please give me a quick comment down below of what was your favorite part. Did you enjoy the conversation? What can I do better for you? Please don't forget to check out some of my other videos that I had more time on. and I'll see you guys in part 2 of TTFN.